Welcome to Mystery of the Occult. Of the Tarot. Tarot as a card game. Origins and diffusion. The first documented tarot decks emerged around 1440 to 1450 in northern Italy, particularly in cities such as Milan, Ferrara and Bologna. These decks, known as Tarocchi in Italian, represented an innovation in the world of card games. Unlike traditional decks, the tarot incorporated a series of additional cards known as trumps or trionfi, which today we know as the major arcana. Structure of the deck. A typical tarot deck of this period contained 78 cards, 22 major arcana and 56 minor arcana. The major arcana included emblematic figures with rich symbolic potential, while the minor arcana were divided into 4 suits: swords, wands, cups and pentacles, each with 14 cards, including 10 numbers and 4 court figures: king, queen, knight and jack, a structure that prefigures modern tarot decks. The game of Tarocchi Appropriati. The game of Tarocchi Appropriati was complex and required players a mix of strategy, memory, and skill. The trumps or major arcana had a higher value than the minor arcana cards and could trump them, a mechanic that has endured in several modern card games. This game was not only a form of entertainment, but also an opportunity for the display of ingenuity and mental dexterity. Initial and transition symbolism. Although in its beginnings the symbolism of tarot cards was probably more decorative than esoteric, over time these images began to take on additional layers of meaning. The visual and symbolic richness of the major arcana, in particular, offered vast scope for interpretation and reflection, laying the foundation for their later use in divination and spiritual development. Cultural impact and legacy. The creation and spread of tarot as a card game in 15th century Italy left a lasting legacy, not only in the evolution of card games in Europe, but also in the development of modern esoteric practice. As tarot evolved from a playful pastime to a tool of introspection and divination, the cards maintained their fundamental structure, while their interpretation deepened and expanded. Conclusion. Tarot as a card game is a testament to the rich interaction between entertainment, art and spirituality in European Renaissance culture. This initial phase of the tarot, marked by play and fun, laid the foundations for its subsequent evolution into a complex system of divination and self-knowledge. The evolution of symbolism in the tarot. The transition of the tarot from a card game to a tool of introspection and divination is as fascinating as the symbolism contained in its arcana. This evolution reflects not only a change in the perception and use of cards, but also a deep immersion in esoteric symbolism that has resonated across cultures and eras. Beginnings of symbolism in the tarot. Initially, the images and figures of the tarot's major arcana could have been interpreted more literally or as abstract representations of social, political, or moral concepts of the time. However, as these cards began to be seen in a more mystical light, their images became charged with deeper meanings. Major arcana, a spiritual journey. Each of the major arcana represents an archetype or a stage in the journey of life, an aspect of the human spiritual journey. This vision of the tarot as a map of the human soul and its spiritual evolution is what has fueled its rich symbolic interpretation. Multi-layer symbolism. Tarot symbolism is multi-layered. Each image, number and color on the cards can be interpreted in multiple ways, depending on the context of the reading and the reader's intuition. This symbolic richness allows tarot to be a versatile tool for meditation, personal reflection, and divination. Influences and syncretism. Over the centuries, tarot symbolism has absorbed influences from various spiritual, religious and philosophical traditions, from the Jewish mysticism of Kabbalah to astrology, Hermeticism and Gnosticism. This syncretism has enriched the symbolism of the tarot, allowing a broader and deeper interpretation of its arcana. Remember to give me a like. Conclusion. The evolution of symbolism in the tarot is a testament to the human quest to understand the mysteries of life and the universe. The transition to an esoteric tool. The history of the tarot took a decisive turn in the 18th century, marking its transition from a card game to a profound esoteric tool. This change in perception was largely due to the influence of key figures within the European occult movement, who saw tarot not only as a means of entertainment, but as a gateway to arcane knowledge and mysticism. Antoine Comte de Gebelin, the pioneer. One of the earliest and most influential proponents of the idea that the tarot had esoteric origins and purposes was Antoine Comte de Gebelin. Published in his monumental work, Le Monde Primitif, at the end of the 18th century, Comte de Gebelin presented the theory that the tarot was nothing less than a relic of the ancient wisdom of the Egyptians, a compendium of occult knowledge that had survived through the centuries. Although there is no historical evidence to support a direct connection between the tarot and ancient Egypt, Comte de Gebelin's theory captured the imagination of many and laid the foundation for the reinterpretation of the tarot as an esoteric tool. He proposed that the major arcana were not mere decorative images, but deep symbols that contained the keys to universal and spiritual knowledge. Eliphas Lévi and ceremonial magic. Later, in the 19th century, Eliphas Lévi, an occult scholar and ceremonial magician, delved into the connection between the tarot and esotericism. Lévi was one of the first to associate the 22 major arcana of the tarot with the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet and the paths of the Kabbalah, thus integrating the tarot into the complex system of ceremonial magic and Jewish mysticism. Lévi emphasized the tarot as a tool for spiritual development and initiation into the occult mysteries, arguing that each card was a mirror of the human soul and a portal to higher spiritual realities. His work inspired future generations of occultists and tarot readers, solidifying the tarot's position as a cornerstone of Western esotericism. The tarot in the occult tradition. From these founding influences, the tarot became increasingly incorporated into occult practices and literature, becoming an essential tool for divination, meditation, and spiritual journey. Figures such as Arthur Edward Waite and Aleister Crowley, among others, contributed to the evolution of tarot with the creation of new decks and the elaboration of rich symbolic systems that reflect a wide range of philosophies and esoteric traditions. Conclusion. The tarot's transition to an esoteric tool reflects a fascinating synthesis of imagination, spirituality, and the pursuit of knowledge. From the speculative theories of Comte de Gebelin to the elaborate symbology of Lévi and beyond, the tarot has become a mirror of the complexity and depth of the human soul, offering seekers an avenue to explore the mysteries of the universe and of themselves. Tarot today, tarot is used by many as a tool for introspection, spiritual guidance, and meditation. The tarot deck has been the subject of countless reinterpretations, from traditional to modern, reflecting a wide range of artistic styles and philosophical perspectives. Although the use of tarot as a game has declined, its application in divination and personal growth continues to flourish, attracting a diverse audience interested in exploring the depths of the human soul and the mysterious fabric of destiny. In short, the origins of tarot are a testament to its ability to adapt and evolve, from a simple card game to a complex system of divination and self-knowledge. Through the centuries, the tarot has captured the imagination of spiritual seekers, artists, and philosophers, becoming a symbolic mirror through which we can glimpse the deepest mysteries of existence. Join us on this journey through Mystery of the Occult. Remember to subscribe, give me a like and share it. It costs you little and it helps me a lot. We continue.